No, there was a gaggle of fangirls for you.
Yeah, when we went to Rockaway, because we shot it a lot around Long Island where I grew up, and I did theater in Rockaway, and so yeah, that did happen.
I walked up to this group of girls that was like, oh, not, and they were like, Andrew!
Yeah,
Right,
well, because I knew one of them from doing theater growing up, and they were like, oh my, whatever, it's.
Anyway,
it's
I found it manageable. We had auditioned, a lot of really great actors, but the moment he left, we knew it was him. I wanted to actually chase him out in the street, but everybody was like, no, and I was like, okay.
And then there were it was a couple days after that every 30 minutes was going back between that's not gonna happen. Obviously that's not gonna happen. And then wouldn't that be kind of crazy if that happened?
Mm-hmm.
And then Jen was the one who called me to give me the news. I believe you said, Andrew, I'm so sorry, you're not going to be able to go back to Harvard this semester.
Yes, because he put going to Harvard on hold to shoot this movie. How Percy is that, huh? How about I give you a ride home?
This isn't the way to my house.
It's a shortcut. You're my hostage. What you got down there? Something for me? God. Genuine, bubbly, and most importantly, not annoying. I was very worried that my young co-star was gonna annoy me all day, every day. And I sussed out. I was like, okay, this is not an annoying person.
I've
Mature.
long enough.
Yeah.
I think immediately, I could sense how sort of grounded and generous you were, and that in that scene, in that moment.
I'm generous. I've never given you anything, but.
But I don't mean physical gifts, but being in the room with you and doing that chemistry read, I was so nervous, obviously, and it felt so kind of instantly normal. And now we're best friends, obviously.
Best friends.
I'm an adult now. I can make my own decisions.
That's good.
You want to savor it. Savor it.
Come on, you're getting out of here. You don't belong here.
Let's touch me.
Get away from her!
Stay.
We should go. I just got way more exercise than I bargained for. Rollerblading up hills, climbing up stairs and rollerblades. Really all rollerblade related.
Yeah, I know.
The dancing scene, that was a lot of exercise for me too.
That was a lot of exercise.
Yeah.
And also you had to I was choreographed. You had to remember that whole dance. And I just had to sit there. When I drank that whole glass of wine, I had to do that 3 times. I was like, let's go again. Let's go again. And I had the craziest poop of my life that day.
True.
It was gonna be grape juice, but the non-alcoholic wine, which still had 0.02% alcohol or something, looked more realistic. And so it was just more of a, that was gonna
very vinegary.
I was pretty excited to do it though. That was really fun.
We hung out. We hung out at my house.
Yeah, we hung out at your house in Montauk.
It was literally just Andrew.
Yeah, it was just us. We were just hanging out.
It's gonna sound more romantic than it was, but we drank red wine and sat by the fire.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Isn't that what you do with your best friends?
Live. It was wonderful. It was it was a very, very memorable evening actually, because it was not it was probably right in the middle of the shoot actually.
Yeah.
That was really great.
Well, I had already sniffed you out enough to know that I liked you enough to.
Oh yeah. No, it was not a huge leap for us or anything. Yeah.
My rental home.
Have a drink together.
He'll have a Long Island iced tea.
This is the worst iced tea I've ever had.
I had taken time off and I was planning on having even more time off. I definitely wasn't planning on going back to work. But I read it and it was the funniest thing I'd ever read, and I just I wanted to make it right away, and we were on set 4 months after I read it.
Yeah, it's funny, size of project, scale, fame, etc. is not at all really a goal of mine. It's more to be part of telling the stories that I care about and being in service to those stories in whatever way is right. And when this character came along, it very much felt like it had found me, and I just so instantly connected with Percy and knew that I didn't ever really have to do anything. I didn't really ever have to work or act. I just kind of knew exactly who this person was. So I cared so much about this story, and I cared so much about you that it was just, it's what we want to do in this industry, as opposed to be as glitzy or whatever as possible.
You can't outrun the cops!
I can't lose my license.
Deep breath, and then I disrobed.
Yeah.
You?
That's kind of it. I never second guessed it, but it was definitely like a weird and uncomfortable thing to do for any human being on the planet Earth. But it was like so incredibly safe. Everyone was so kind, constantly checking in that we were okay. Yeah, it was just like much like everything in this movie, you just have to do it. And
Right.
then it will be done. It was also raining, so that was, I was like, hope I don't, die. But it was fine. It was honestly
You were like,
the
oh my
car.
God, I hope he doesn't die.
The car thing was so exciting, and also, the sort of crucial part of my junk was up against the hood, so I didn't really have to worry about that. So that made it easier actually. That was great. It was like a big fun ride. It was great.
Alternative title.
What?
The
What did I say?
trunk of my junk.
Crucial part of my junk is the new name of the movie.